Hello everyone, welcome to back my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Chrisley Knows Best fans now know both Todd and Julie receive visits from their children behind bars every weekend. Savannah Chrisley takes Chloe and Grayson with her to see one parent, and Chase Chrisley takes a trip to see the other parent. The duo rotates their parents each week. This way, no one gets neglected. Todd and Julie get a special visit from a loved one each week. Chase Chrisley explained during his appearance on a podcast called Chasing Birdies that a weekend is NEV or missed because his family loves hard. Chase Chrisley went a little deeper than his sister Savannah as he broke his silence and opened up about his parents, though. He also painted a crystal clear of exactly what it looks like when they visit their parents. So what does a visit look like? Keep reading. Unfortunately, Chase Chrisley reveals the family doesn't get an ounce of privacy when they visit their parents. He explains it is just one giant room where anyone visiting an inmate gathers. Sadly, Chase also reveals they aren't allowed to bring anything to give their parents during the visit. Chase Chrisley revealed there is one small aspect of the visits each weekend that is a huge blessing. He explains they are allowed to give their parents a hug before the visit comes to an end. The reality TV star talks about how difficult the situation is for his family because of how close they are. He explains most people don't realize how hard his family loves or how much they care about each other. Chase didn't clarify if anyone ever goes with him to see whichever parents Savannah doesn't see, but he did confirm Chloe and Grayson always travel with Savannah because she's the person currently responsible for them, so it just makes more sense for them to travel with him. Fans don't believe Grayson Chrisley travels every weekend to see his parents as he has a girlfriend, enjoys going to the gym, and Savannah has shared photos and videos before suggesting sometimes her trips to see a parent with Chol are solo trips without Grayson. Likewise, Grayson is nearing the age of 18 and Savannah could leave him home alone for a short period of time without any issue. For the most part, Chase Chrisley has been pretty tight-lipped about things surrounding his parents. He actually even explained why he hasn't had much to say about his parents, and it was simply because he didn't feel like talking about it. Chase explained that he didn't feel like he owed anyone a statement or an explanation on anything. He, however, has recently decided to break his silence, and he was rather chatty about both his parents and his family while making a guest appearance on the Chasing Birdies podcast. Savannah Chrisley visits her parents weekly. On her podcast, Savannah Chrisley admitted she visits one of her parents every week. Sadly, she said it felt like she had divorced parents as she was forced to pick a parent each week as the one she opted to visit. Now fans assumed this meant every weekend one of her parents would go without a visitor. Fans also admit they weren't sure how they felt knowing that Chloe and possibly Grayson were forced to travel every weekend to see their parents. These fans pointed out that the weekend was supposed to be a break from school, and it sounded like Grayson and Chloe were not really getting any breaks. Chase Chrisley did affirm that Grayson and Chloe typically travel with Savannah because she has custody of them right now. He, however, did poke a hole in the idea that whichever parent Savannah doesn't see goes without. According to Chase Chrisley, he also goes to visit one of his parents every single weekend. Chase explains that he visits whichever parents Savannah isn't going to see. This way, both of their parents get a visit from their children every weekend. He also opened up about how difficult the situation was because of how hard his family loves each other. It's tough, man. Our family loves really, really hard. So when you love somebody as much as we love each other, it's definitely very difficult to see your loved ones in a situation like that. He, however, did double down on the fact that they never miss a weekend. Every weekend, Savannah goes to one parent and he goes to the other. Directly to Savannah. It is unclear they did issue a statement that was very clearly responding to her accusations. They claimed that all federal prisons have heat and air conditioning, and they claimed the heating and air conditioning are turned on and utilized when the temperatures outside dictate it necessary to do so. Chase Chrisley is now doubling down on what his sister previously claimed, that his mother was living in a pretty questionable environment. During his appearance on the Chasing Birdies podcast, Chase Chrisley opened up about his family and his parents. He had a bit of a bone to pick with fans who continued to insist his parents were living it up at some sort of country club. Frustrated, Chase Chrisley insisted both his mother and father were living in *tight conditions. He, however, focused a bit more on his mother as he believed her living situations were much worse. Chase Chrisley revealed that the Federal Medical Center Lexington in Kentucky was infested with black mold, and the facility also didn't have air conditioning, or it never turned it on. So it was understandably frustrating for Chase to know his mother was breathing moldy air and suffering in humid conditions, while the internet claimed she was in some comfortable country club. Sadly, Julie Chrisley has been having a rough time behind bars. She regrets that her choices ruined Savannah's life, and she is afraid and nervous about her life behind bars. Julie Chrisley misses her husband Todd deeply. Savannah Chrisley revealed during her podcast that her mother does what she can to keep busy to distract herself from her pain and sadness. Julie also journals and documents each day in the form of letters to her daughter, Savannah. Savannah admits the letters are a lot for her to read, but she does plan to make the letters public one day. What do you think about Julie Chrisley living in a black mold-infested environment with no air? Let us know in the comments down below. And keep coming back for more Chrisley Knows Best news.